We are back at the shop and back to it. Where we left off last time, we've got it roughly mocked up so that we can figure out what we need to fabricate pretty much, but looks pretty cool, I must say. So we are missing the piece that crosses over. Intercooler piping comes around this passenger side and up, and so we need a piece that goes over this radiator tube around and connects to the throttle body. So that shouldn't be too tough to fabricate for Lewis. I think he'll be able to knock that out. So what I'm doing right now is actually trying to repair the fins on my Koyo radiator. From the times I've been taking it in and out, I've tweaked the fins in a few spots on this side and on the front. So I've just got a little screwdriver, a couple flatheads, and I'm basically just trying to straighten out these fins that got bent to the best of my ability. It won't be perfect, but I think it does help. If you just get them a little better, it'll help with airflow a lot. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just one of those little things that will pay off if you take the time to do them. Just tedious, not fun, but it's a good thing to do. And I might as well while it's out. Oh, holy, I see my engine. Yeah. Holy shit. So we're knocking out the intercooler piping now. Lewis is gonna fabricate the missing piece we need that goes over the top of the radiator. So he's doing some chopping and welding right now, so I'll let him get to it.
She in his pockets because I let her who do it better. Who do it, yo. Who do it better in sunny weather. I think I'm gonna cut this shorter. Right now it's sitting right here. Cut it so that it sits about right over the hot side. Cut it here and clock this. So we can grab it.
Sounds good. Nice. Last time I was here, I had to leave before he could finish the piping, but Lewis went ahead and knocked it out while I was gone, and it looks phenomenal. Very nice. Look at them welds. Sheesh. Very cool. The kit is all messed up here. I don't know what the previous owner did, but this is obviously new piping, so it's all shiny. So I'm gonna wrap it all in some reflective heat tape. I mean, you won't really see it anyway, but it's just a little annoying. So also, not gonna run the blow-off valve, or I might still have it there, just not connect the vacuum line because I want all the turbo noises. And this turbo's so old that it is ball bearing, but I won't be devastated if it blows a turbo, or it gets some shaft play from not running a blow-off valve. I think it's worth the noises, and I'll just get another turbo if that happens. But it's finally coming together, man. It looks very good. It does contact the hood. The hood will close, but it makes the hot side of the turbo touch the intake piping, which obviously is not ideal for intake air temps. And I'm also gonna be running a turbo blanket and that tape, which will add thickness, so I'm not sure it'll fit with those two things on there. So what we're probably gonna have to do is just trim the hood out in these two spots, because that would give another like inch of clearance, which is probably all we need. And I mean, hell, more weight savings, so I don't really care. I think the next thing I'm gonna focus on is mounting up power steering and oil cooler. I've already think I found a good spot for the power steering cooler that I got from Z1. I think mounting it vertically right here, there's already some hardware we can use that's already there for the bumper support, and we'll be able to run some short lines up to the reservoir that'll be here. That seems like a good spot because a lot of aftermarket bumpers will have an opening on the side, or maybe I'll move it closer to like here somewhere. I'm not really sure yet, but the oil cooler, I'm thinking same thing, the opposite side. If I do that, I'm gonna have to route the lines all the way around to the oil filter. The normal Mishimoto lines might not be long enough. So I went ahead and got an AN line kit from Amazon. So I think I'm gonna take a crack at making my own AN lines. Never done it before, but shouldn't be too bad. And I also need to make an AN line for the oil drain from the turbo to the pan. So The Z1 pan has this nice port right here that I'm gonna use. So I just need to run it from here, come towards me a bit, and then up to the turbo. And I believe it's AN10, which is the same lines my oil cooler needs. So I was able to just buy like 12 feet of line, and hopefully that'll be enough to make the oil drain as well as the oil cooler lines. And I had to get an adapter to adapt AN10 to that, I think, 1/2 inch NPT fitting on the pan. All right, got the adapter on with some thread sealant. And now let's see if we can't make that AN line. Mocked up the hose, taped where I need to cut. This is for the oil drain. Gonna make the cut right there. I'm gonna need a little less than 2 feet of hose, so let's do it. Kind of suck at this. Made the AN line. Don't know if it's gonna leak because when I made the line, the line slipped back some. Anyone that has made AN lines know what I'm talking about. We'll see. I mean, it's a turbo drain, so it won't be super high pressure. It shouldn't be a huge issue if it leaks a little bit. I was trying to get it as far away from the wastegate because I'm running open wastegate dump. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna put a heat sleeve on this line, but it does clear, which is good. It goes all the way to the top, so let's go. One line down. There's just enough room. All right, so I'm mocking the bumper up because I want to see, I had this idea of taking out these reflectors in the stock bumper, having a power steering cooler and the oil cooler on the same location on the other side. And you can see where I've mocked it up, it does have kind of some airflow there. Ideally, I would move it to the right a bit because, like, if you think about this indent is kind of facing sideways. And so drifting, if I'm coming at this angle, airflow would be going this way. So I would ideally mount it a little closer to the right. I don't know, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't really know how I feel about how it looks with that missing piece. I think it's kind of cool if you're able to see the coolers poking through. Yeah, we'll see. Haven't decided if I'm gonna go this route yet. Just enough room back here to snake it through. And so it immediately gets all the airflow when going sideways like this. I think this is a sick idea, but the only thing is, obviously, I don't want to run the stock bumper forever. I mean, the stock bumper isn't going to be on much longer, ideally. Ideally soon, I'll be able to get a kit, whether that be Origin with their new Driftline kit or Vertex or something, or KBD. I still don't know what route I want to go. But yeah, so that would be a really sick idea for this bumper because it would really utilize these inserts for the stock reflectors. But on whatever new bumper I go with, whatever body kit, I mean, it might not have good airflow in that spot. And on these aftermarket bumpers, the slots are a lot bigger. I think they're more towards the center versus all the way out here. So I'm gonna have to do some more research and try to figure out if I can figure out a location that works best for both, or if maybe I should just mount with a aftermarket bumper in mind, and then you know, this is the stock bumper. I might just run with no bumper at drift events and stuff until I can get a kit. We'll see. That was my idea. I think it would be pretty sick with this bumper at least. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm about to wrap the intake piping in reflective tape just to keep some of the heat out of it. Yeah, you know, cover up this ugly mess. All right, got it started. Not the prettiest, it's functional, so oh well. Just gonna keep going until I run out of roll. Well, this looks terrible, but we'll see if I can bear leaving this on. I don't know. I don't even know how much it really reflects heat, but especially this corner here, it's gonna be right above the turbo, so I wanna like protect that as much as possible. So that plus a turbo blanket hopefully will help. All right, this is where I'm leaving off today. Was able to get that oil drain in. Found out I'm not good at making AN lines, but hopefully they don't leak. Next video will either be more fabrication or fuel system or coolers. So we'll see, but until next time, thanks for watching.